Fantastic. I want to begin by thanking the Privacy Foundation and QUT, Monique, Justin, and ThoughtWorks for hosting this. I actually started the day slightly depressed with the COAG meeting, and it's quite a coincidental timing, and I'm sure you would have never in your wildest dreams thought that this was the special secret security meeting for COAG that I think is the first in Australia. But yeah, it's spooky timing. And yes, we have been in the trenches on facial recognition for 2 years, as it's been pointed out. It's not something new today. Today was slightly disconcerting because the scope creep that we've all been concerned about, and it's not mentioned anywhere in the privacy impact assessment at the moment, because we're just talking about exchanging driver's licenses, not doing mass surveillance right now. We're doing the basic fundamentals, and we still have dissent on that. But frankly, it's actually a better model than has been adopted by the federal government in the past. I got the letter on the plebiscite from the ABS 2 days after the letters started going out, saying this is who we've hired, and we've done a peer. We've paid Malcolm, whom I'm sure you all know, to do a privacy impact analysis, and it's all good. It's all, it's all good. So don't worry when you get your letter. That was a consultation on the plebiscite. Not good, but frankly, what they've done with driver's license is much more reassuring, and I actually think there is a bit of hysteria out there, but unfortunately that's been fueled by our politicians. And frankly, that's been discussed tonight in terms of unanimous, multi-party, the T word is mentioned, or the P for that matter, and it started at the pedophilia and child abuse arena in this country, the erosion of rights. I'll just mention briefly a little act of parliament that's just passed recently that will break through all your encryption and tools. So we've got all these great tools that we have access to, but law enforcement, if they declare you in an area or they think you're a suspect in a pedophilia offense or a child offense, they can compel you to produce your passwords to your password keeper, the passwords to your devices, the passwords to your social media. And we're seeing that in the US now. If you want a visa, you give me your social media aliases, your passwords, everything, or you're not in. You're not coming to this country. Do you really want to go to Trump land? It's really hitting the skids. So frankly, the great success of this thing is that the event tonight, we're actually getting some good, solid debate on it and some transparency of it. And we had right to information week or day last week or this week, I can't remember, but we had a really good discussion. Kerry O'Brien reminding us of 30 years ago and the secret files of this state. And frankly, we're one step away. And so that the continual chipping away, as we've heard it, incremental increases in power is a real concern. And that recent terrorism bill that we passed in this country and in the state, it went by without a whimper. We made a submission, my office made a submission to the parliamentary committee. The police commissioner got half an hour before the parliamentary committee. We didn't even get called as a witness. And that's a bipartisan committee, so I'll say no more. A couple of things. I think there's a really interesting thread here in terms of economic arguments on the war on mathematics. We don't want the best brains going to some crypto tax haven-ish type entity country that sets itself up as the place where you'll do crypto because you'll do the best in the world and get the best and brightest. It'll mean we decrease our economics, but also our capability in terms of defending ourselves. So I think there's a real button there to push. Lucy, the Prime Minister's wife, should get that if the Prime Minister doesn't get that, or the Attorney General. I guess the other couple of points I'll just quickly make, there's the de-identification flip side of this too. De-identification is becoming more difficult. The Federal Commission has just produced a guideline on doing that. with quantum computing and all the data that's amassed, I think it's becoming a real issue with open data and data that's derived from many personal sources. And for research, and as research and academics, I think we need to be concerned. The reporter on privacy, Joe Contanacci and David Watts, the former Victorian Privacy Commissioner, are working on this piece right now. But I do think it's a thing that we need to pay attention to on the flip side in terms of how, can we use homomorphic encryption to de-identify and do proper research? Because the data that's out there actually can be used for fantastically good ethical purposes. And we can't stop that. So we need to support it and continue the debate on that front as well. Finally, I think I might turn over to the public and the audience for discussion. There's been some fantastic topics. I could speak for 2 hours just on what I've heard. My mind's flowing, and there's some fantastic threads. Good practical information, good public debate information, and fantastic research that's going on. So well done, everyone. Keep up the rage.